तो आपको स्क्रीन दिख रहा है?
यस सर।
यस
तो आपको ये आज वाला लेक्चर मिल चुका है ना? आपके पास ये लेक्चर है ना आपके पास? So this is the last lecture of this topic, and this is through conjugation. We say these as sigma x negative, sigma x positive, and generally better if we write here sigma px, p dash x and sigma p dash x, so negative and positive. So these are basically another set of sigma values, means the values for substituent constant. And in some cases we have some different situation, and in those situations we need to use another set of sigma values to determine the rate of the reaction. So what are those situations? Let us explain this. The value of sigma x does not always remains constant. Sometimes it differs. Earlier, I told you that the value of sigma x remains constant for a particular substituent at a particular position and is independent of the nature of the reaction. So that is true, but in addition to that, in some cases, the value of this sigma x is different than we expect on the basis of our earlier values. Or in other words, we can say the rate of the reaction calculated using sigma x values comes out to be different. For those, we need another set of values, and those values are sigma px negative and sigma px positive. So let us consider the ionization of substituted benzoic acid and corresponding substituted phenols. So let us consider the ionization of substituted benzoic acids and corresponding substituted phenols. And then since both are the ionization reactions, so we have capital Kx. So this is log of capital Kx upon Kh for the ionization of the phenol, and this is for the ionization of the acids. So we now take different acids and those corresponding phenols, means X remains same here and here. For example, you have paramethyl. So we have the value for paramethyl benzoic acid and paramethyl phenol, and similarly the other values. So we have different set of values for this reaction as well as this reaction, and then we plotted a graph, and what we got, a reasonable straight line is obtained for most of the substituents except for paracyano and paranitro, and both these points lie above the straight line. Paracyano close to the line and paranitro still away from the line. So these two values are quite away. This means the values which we have used in earlier case, they are not applicable and they are not contributing for the straight line behavior. Or in other words, if we use the earlier sigma x values for paracyano and paranitro, then Hammett equation is not applicable for these two, whereas it is applicable for all of these. So in that case, what we have done, let us see why these two values are quite away from this. Two substituents very powerful electron withdrawing groups, that is para-nitro and para-cyano. They lie above this straight line, indicating that para-nitrophenol and para-cyanophenol are stronger acids than we might have expected them to be. Means जो हम ये एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि पैरानाइट्रोफिनोल और पैरासाइनो की जो एसिडिटी है, आयनाइजेशन में इज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू द एसिडिटी, तो इनकी जो एसिडिटी है जो हम कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं यूजिंग द हेर्मिट इक्वेशन, वो तो मैच ही नहीं कर रही। और जो पॉइंट हमारे पास यहां आ रहे हैं, दिस क्लियरली इंडिकेट्स दैट दीज आर मच मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर एसिड्स than we might have expected them to be on the basis of normal sigma x values. Now, what is the reason for this? Now, you see, if we see the nitro in case of benzoic acid, now what happens? This is acid. In presence of water, it undergoes ionization. We have the carboxylate anion and H3O plus, and this negative is stabilized by resonance, right? Now, this nitro is electron withdrawing group. So oxygen goes over here, nitrogen is plus, so withdraws electrons. We have a double bond here. These two comes over here. Then we have a plus over here, and this plus makes this carbon still more electron withdrawing, and that effect is now reflected in our sigma px values for para-nitro. And here again you have the, when this H goes, we have a negative, and this negative then stabilized by a resonance, and this is creating the positive charge over here, and this positive withdrawing electrons here also, and then these are moving. Now, let us apply this to our phenol, which is para-substituted phenol. Now, what happens? These two electrons, when they come over here, because nitro is withdrawing these electrons, double bond here, shifted to here, shifted to here. So we get this one. When we add water, ionization, H goes, we have a negative here, and this negative then undergoes a resonance, mesomerism, much more effectively than this lone pair of electron, because this is free negative charge and this is only a lone pair of electron. So this is much more involved in resonance. Now you see, if you see this one, our reaction, let us determine the reaction center. Here, the reaction center is oxygen, which is losing H. Here, a reaction center is oxygen, which is losing H. So in both these cases, our reaction center is the oxygen, which is losing H plus, right? Clear है ये? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is our reaction center and this is our reaction center. Now, this is the reaction center, and this reaction center now have a plus, and this attract these electrons and H goes easily. Second reason why this H goes easily, because this can undergoes a resonance with nitro much more effectively in second B as compared to second A, because here you have a lone pair and here you have a negative charge. So this negative charge is directly involved in a resonance with the nitro group, and this negative charge on this oxygen is not directly involved in a resonance with this ring in case of 1A. So this is the difference. See the difference. Here, this negative on oxygen, which is found when H goes, is not directly involved in a resonance with this ring and nitro, whereas this negative is directly involved in a resonance with this nitro and ring. So the difference here is, here reaction center is not directly involved in a resonance. Here reaction center is directly involved in resonance, and this is via conjugation, which we say as through conjugation. And here the increase in the positive charge here and here is only because of the inductive effect. And here it is the mesomeric effect which is making this oxygen to attract electrons and lose H plus. So here this resonance is much more effective as compared to this one. And we also know that here we have inductive effect, here we have a resonance effect, and resonance effect or mesomeric effect is much more stable than the, much more powerful than the inductive effect. So here the loss of H plus, which is connected with the ionization, is much more rapidly as compared to the loss of H in benzoic acid, para-nitrobenzoic acid. So you can just see here the reaction center हमारा ये है कि हम H प्लस को इजिली रिमूव करते हैं, और ये बड़ी आसानी से रिमूव कर देता है। क्यों आसानी से कर देता है? क्योंकि इसके ऊपर जो नेगेटिव है वो बड़ी आसानी से मेसोमेरिज्म में कंजुगेशन में हो जाता है। तो कंजुगेशन में जब कोई चीज होती है तो वो ज्यादा स्टेबल हो जाता है, तो ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी एक्वायर करने के लिए ये H प्लस को लूज कर देता है। सेम चीज जो बेंजोइक एसिड में थी, पैरानाइट्रोबेंजोइक एसिड में, वो नहीं है, एंड दिस इज ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट. सो हियर that is why we say this as a through conjugation, because this undergoes conjugation, and because of this conjugation it loses H plus very easily. So this is our through conjugation, and for through conjugation we take this as a standard reaction for calculating sigma px values. And another point here is, this through conjugation is possible only when your substituent is present at para position. For meta there is no through conjugation, and we apply the earlier values. So for meta we need to apply the earlier values. Only for para we have to apply the new set of values which have been calculated using ionization of phenol as the standard reaction. क्योंकि आपने देखा, अगर हम फिनोल को देखें और एसिड को देखें, एसिड की जो आयोनाइजेशन है वो कम आसानी से होती है एज कंपेयर टू द फिनोल. क्यों? कि फिनोल जो है दिस अंडरगोज थ्रू कंजुगेशन, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कंजुगेशन इट लूजेस. क्योंकि ये चाहता है H निकले, क्योंकि H निकले तो ये स्टेबल होगा, क्योंकि कंजुगेशन में इन्वॉल्व होगा, तो ये H को आसानी से निकाल देता है. एंड दिस इज आवर स्टैंडर्ड रिएक्शन फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग सिग्मा px वैल्यूज. जैसे मैंने लिखा हुआ है, इन बोथ एसिड्स एंड फिनोल्स the inductive effect of para-nitro substituent is similar. Inductive effect is similar in both the cases, but mesomeric effect is different. In 1A to 1B, the standard reaction which is used to calculate sigma para-nitro, the conjugate effect of para-nitro substituent is transmitted ultimately to the reaction center only through the inductive effect. So here this is reaction center, ये प्लस बनेगा, इसको इलेक्ट्रॉन खींचेगा तो ये छोड़ेगा. तो ये जो इफेक्ट है this is transmitted to the through the inductive effect, right? In second A to second B, the conjugate effect can be transmitted from para-nitro substituent to the electron pair on the oxygen, which is now the reaction center. Now this is your reaction center, and this effect is conjugated through mesomery effect, and which is the through conjugation. This effect is markedly in second B. Why B? Because in B you have a direct negative charge, and this can undergoes conjugation much more effectively as compared to lone pair of electrons. When anion will be stabilized essentially by delocalization of the negative charge. Thus, H plus can be easily removed and accounts for the greater acid strength. This is referred to as through conjugation. तो इसको हम बोलते हैं through conjugation. तो ये समझ आ गई आपको, ये क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thus, the values for sigma para-nitro calculated on the basis of 1A to 1B does not account for through conjugation. So a new set of sigma values need to be obtained for the substituents which are in through conjugation. तो ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है, जहां थ्रू कंजुगेशन की जो वैल्यूज हैं वो वहीं पे यूज होंगी जहां पे थ्रू कंजुगेशन होगा. अगर थ्रू कंजुगेशन नहीं है तो आपकी पुरानी वैल्यूज लगेंगी, नई वैल्यूज नहीं लगेंगी. दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो सबसे पहले आपका जो होगा, आपने ये डिटरमाइन करना है कि जो हमारा सब्स्टिट्यूएंट है whether that is involved in through conjugation or not. So how we can calculate these values, new set of values? This is obtained by first plotting the log kx upon kh against sigma x for meta substituted phenols only. Why meta substituted phenols? Because in meta substituted phenols we don't have a through conjugation, and through conjugation is possible only in case of the para substituents, and we take meta, so we have the sigma x values. The slope of the resulting line give the value of rho. Once we know the value of rho, the value of sigma x can be calculated, and hence we have new set of values, and we say these as sigma p negative or p x negative. आप इसको सिग्मा p x नेगेटिव भी बोल सकते हैं. p आ गया पैरा पोजीशन के लिए, x आ गया सब्स्टिट्यूएंट के लिए, नेगेटिव आ गया इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप्स के लिए. सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन कैलकुलेट. तो log kx kh तो ठीक है, सिग्मा एक्स हमें पैरा का लेंगे तो बात खत्म हो जाएगी. दिस बिकम्स द स्टैंडर्ड रिएक्शन. मेटा ले सकते हैं क्योंकि मेटा में देयर इज नो थ्रू कंजुगेशन, राइट? So these are the sum of the values which I have given. So these are the groups which are involved in through conjugation. So you can compare the difference in the values. No through conjugation 0.45. If there is a through conjugation, the value is 0.68. So there is a large difference. Similarly, for COMe, no through conjugation value is 0.5. Conjugation 0.84. For cyno, it is 0.66, 0.88. CHO, it is 0.43, but it is 1.03. And for nitro, it is 0.78 and it is 1.27. So we have a large difference in sigma px values when no through conjugation and when there is a through conjugation. तो आपने यही करना है कि सबसे पहले आप क्या करेंगे, उसका देखेंगे कि आपके रिएक्शन सेंटर पे इफेक्ट क्या है. अगर जो रिएक्शन सेंटर डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व है कंजुगेशन में तो आपका थ्रू कंजुगेशन वाली वैल्यूज, अगर वो वाला एटम डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, उसके साथ वाला है, तो वो सिग्मा से इफेक्ट करेगा, तो पुरानी वाली वैल्यूज लगेंगी। ये ध्यान रखना आप लोग। थ्रू कंजुगेशन का मतलब यही है, जो रिएक्शन सेंटर है अगर वो डायरेक्टली कंजुगेशन में इन्वॉल्व है तभी आपके पास न्यू सिग्मा की वैल्यू लगेगी, अदरवाइज नहीं। Now this is for sigma px negative values. Now we have sigma px positive values. Another analogous situation will arise when there is possibility of direct through conjugation between a suitable electron donating para substituent and a reaction center at which positive charge is developed. So let us consider solvolysis, means reaction with solvent of 2-aryl 2-chloropropane. So this is Me CMe, तो बन गया प्रोपेन, 2 पे क्लोरो 2 पे अराइल, so 2 chloro 2 aryl propane. So this, we know that it is a SN1 reaction because this carbocation once formed is highly stable because of 2 methyl groups and the phenyl. So this follows SN1 mechanism. And this is our reaction. You can just see here. सॉल्वोलिसिस में क्या होता है, ये पहले निकलता है, प्लस बनता है, उसके बाद न्यूक्लियोफाइल अटैक करता है, अगर पॉसिबिलिटी है एलिमिनेशन की तो H भी निकलता है, यू विल गेट दिस वन. So out of 2 methyl group, 1 methyl group will lose H plus, double bond is formed over here, and we will get a beta elimination as well as the substitution reaction. This is C dash. Now see how your para OMe group or para methyl group, they are directly stabilizing the reaction center. Directly stabilizing the reaction center. And if you see this reaction, our slow step is the ionization, loss of Cl. तो हमारा जो rate है, this is dependent on the formation of this carbocation, and that is formed by losing Cl. So इसका मतलब जितना ये ज्यादा स्टेबल होगा उतनी आसानी से बनेगा और हमारा उतना ही रेट फास्ट होगा, बिकॉज दिस इज द रेट डिटरमाइनिंग स्टेप. Now see here, electrons on oxygen comes over here, these two goes here, and this instead of coming over here it goes toward this side because of the electron withdrawing effect of this C plus. This is formed. So this is now stabilized by this by through conjugation. So this is our reaction center, and this reaction center is directly involved in conjugation with OMe group at para position. So we have to use the new set of values. And you see here the graph, again log Kx, because this is a Kx, not the ionization reaction. So we have a rate constant, and then this is the our standard reaction. So you see here, all meta and para substituents which are electron withdrawing group, they lie on the straight line. But two groups, one is para Me and para OMe, they are quite away. ये देखो ये क्या है, सी यहाँ पे ग्राफ उल्टा है, पहले ग्राफ ऐसे था, अब ये ग्राफ उल्टा है. क्यों उल्टा है पता है आपको? ये यू नो दिस थिंग. देखो इफ यू सी दिस ग्राफ, तो ये यहां से यहां जा रहा है, ये ग्राफ आपका ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है. क्या डिफरेंस है? और वाई पता है आपको? है आइडिया? नहीं है तो बताओ.
No, sir.
Now you see here your log kx upon kh, है ना? kx upon kh means rate constant. And with para-OMe, the rate is much more faster. That is why the value is increasing towards this side. पैरामिथाइल से भी तेज है, ज्यादा है, लेकिन जो ही मेटा में और जो ही हम पैराक्साइनो और पैरानाइट्रो पे जाएंगे, the rate constant, the value of the rate constant goes on decreasing. But the ionization of our standard reaction, that is benzoic acid, is increasing. तो यहां से इधर कम है, जैसे जैसे आगे जाते जाएंगे वैल्यू बढ़ती जाएगी. तो यहां से ये वैल्यू बढ़ रही है आयोनाइजेशन की, but rate is increasing as we move towards this side. और पैरामिथाइल और पैरामिथॉक्सी में रेट इतना ज्यादा है कि वो स्ट्रेट लाइन से भी ऊपर हो जाता है. एंड दैट इज ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द स्टेबलाइजेशन ऑफ दिस कार्बोकेटायन बाय थ्रू conjugation of OMe and paramethyl. Paramethyl, because of the hyperconjugation, this is also stabilizing, but the effect is much more less as compared to para-OMe. इसलिए ये
Sir, you are not audible. Sir, not audible. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
बंद ही
sir.
हो गया था, नेटवर्क अभी स्टार्ट हुआ है, पता नहीं, देखते हैं कितनी देर चलेगा. तो वी विल कंटिन्यू अगेन. तो ये समझ आ गई थी आपको ग्राफ?
Yes, sir.
So see, again this is stabilized by through conjugation. So this is stabilized by through conjugation, and because of this, the rate for para-OMe and paramethyl is much more faster than we expect on the basis of normal sigma px values. So here you see the solubilisis of para-OMe and paramethyl chlorides is found to be faster. And you see with para-OMe, the rate of the reaction is 800 times faster than would be predicted from the normal sigma p value. So this is again due to the stabilization through conjugation of the carbocationic intermediate. So using solubilisis as a new standard reaction, a new set of sigma px plus values can be calculated, and these values you can see here. So this is sigma px plus, right? Phenyl, it is minus 0.01, but if it is involved in through conjugation, the value is minus 0.18. For methyl, minus 0.17, so it is minus 0.31, almost double. OMe, you can see 0.27, so it is minus 0.78, means almost 3 times. NH2, minus 0.66, and it is minus 1.30. For NME2, minus 0.83, and it is minus 1.73. So you can just see if your substituent is involved in true conjugation, there is a large difference in the value of sigma x values and naturally for the rate of the reaction also. So again, first of all, you have to see whether your substituent is involved in direct conjugation or through conjugation with the reaction center. If this is involved in direct with the reaction center, then you have to use the new set of values, otherwise the earlier values which I have given you. So we have now two values for sigma x. One, when substituent is not involved in through conjugation, and when the substituent is involved in through conjugation. So this you have to be very careful. Now these are some of the reactions which I have given you for the practice. So arrange the following in the increasing order of their reactivity. Like amine, amine में different substituent present at different positions, आपको arrange करना है. Here also रो की वैल्यू दी हुई है, यहाँ भी दी है, आपको अरेंज करना है with these. Again here you have to बोलो.
सर जूम कर दो, पेज को दिख नहीं रहा है.
जूम कर दूं? अच्छा, इसमें ऐसे?
यस सर.
ठीक है. आप
यस सर,
मैंने
ठीक है.
भेजा भी है आपको, कल का है ना आपके पास ये इतना इस क्यों? मैंने तो पूरा भेजा था आपको, पूरी लेक्चर ही भेजा हुआ है. कल भेजा था ना, मुसरत नहीं आया यहाँ पे.
नो सर.
अच्छा, मैंने उसका ही मेल है मेरे पास, तो उसको मेल किया था मैंने और उसको बोला था शेयर करने के लिए. वो कर देगा आपको शेयर है. अगर आप मुझे मेल भेज दो तो मैं अभी आपको मेल कर देता हूँ. ठीक है ना, अभी आप मुझे मेल भेज देना, मैं अभी शेयर कर देता हूँ. जो मेल मुझे आएंगी ना उनको मैं शेयर कर देता हूँ. तो ये हमारे पास है. उसके बाद सेकंड रिएक्शन ये है. थर्ड रिएक्शन हमारे पास ये है. तो इसमें ये सब्स्टिट्यूएंट है, मेटाओएमी है, पैरामिथाइल है, मेटा एफ है. ये आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, ये तो मैंने जो माइंड में आया लिख दिया है, आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. सिमिलरली तो आपको ये देखना है जो सब्स्टिट्यूएंट है क्या ये थ्रू कंजुगेशन में है कि नहीं. अगर है तो आपके पास न्यू वैल्यूज, नहीं है तो ओल्ड वैल्यूज. राइट. तो ये सिर्फ मैंने 4 ही रिएक्शंस लिखी हुई हैं, बट आपको मैंने काफी रिएक्शंस दी थी. आप सबके साथ अपना ट्राई कर सकते हो. बाकी तो कुछ नहीं ट्राई करने की जरूरत है, मुझे लगता है 2-3 करोगे तो सारा क्लियर हो जाएगा. एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज जो आपको करनी है वो ये कि ये डिटरमाइन करना है whether your substituent is involved in through conjugation or not. वो चीज आपको थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करके डिफरेंट रिएक्शन से वो चीज आप देख लीजिए और उसके बाद प्रैक्टिस आप लोग कर लेना. राइट. तो ये मैं अभी आपको भेज देता हूँ. आप मुझे मेल कर दो, अपना ईमेल मुझे भेज दो. इस पे ग्रुप में 2-3 ईमेल भेज दो, तो बाकी फिर शेयर कर लेना आपस में. तो मैं अभी भेज देता हूँ. और उसके बाद कल मेरी क्लास नहीं होगी. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
तो कल क्लास नहीं होगी, तो नेक्स्ट क्लास होगी